Long ago, a wealthy merchant joined a caravan, crossing a vast and unforgiving desert. The journey was long. The sun burned overhead, and endless waves of golden sand stretched far beyond the horizon. The merchants traveled together, carrying silks, spices, jewels, and hidden fears. Among them was one merchant who guarded a small leather pouch filled with gold. It was his most precious possession. He checked it constantly, held it tightly, trusted it more than he trusted people. One afternoon, while the caravan stopped briefly to rest, the merchant stepped away, walking behind a nearby hill for a moment of privacy. But in those few moments, everything changed. Suddenly, shouts erupted across the desert. Camels cried out. Men screamed in panic. A band of thieves had descended upon the caravan. Like a desert storm, they swept through the travelers, seizing gold, goods, and everything of value. When the merchant heard the chaos, his heart began to pound. He clutched his small pouch of gold. "If they find me," he whispered, "everything I have will be lost." Fear gripped him. Then he noticed a man nearby, a middle-aged traveler, quiet, calm, standing alone. Without hesitation, the merchant rushed toward him. Breathless, he pressed the pouch into the stranger's hands. "Please," he begged, "keep this safe for me. I fear the thieves may take it." The man looked at him silently, then nodded, and said only, "I will guard what you have entrusted to me." Relieved, the merchant hurried away and hid behind the hill, praying that the danger would pass. But fate had other plans. Before long, the thieves found him. They dragged him across the burning sand and took him to their hidden camp, a circle of dark tents buried among the dunes. Terrified, the merchant was forced into the largest tent. Inside, their leader was waiting. The merchant slowly lifted his eyes and froze. His breath stopped. His blood ran cold. It was him, the same man, the very stranger to whom he had entrusted his gold. The merchant's face turned pale. So, he thought, it was all a trap. Surely now, the man would keep the gold, and perhaps his life as well. He lowered his head, expecting the worst. But then, the thief leader reached beside him, picked up the small leather pouch, and gently placed it back into the merchant's trembling hands. "This belongs to you," he said calmly. The merchant stared in disbelief. You are returning it?" The thief looked at him steadily and replied, "I may steal what the world has not entrusted to me, but I do not betray what has been placed in my care." Silence filled the tent. The merchant could not speak. For the first time in many years, he felt something heavier than fear. He felt shame. All his life, he had judged people by what they appeared to be. He had trusted only wealth, only gold, and yet here, in the heart of a thief, he had found a kind of honor he had rarely seen among honest men. As he walked back through the silent desert, the pouch in his hand felt strangely different, lighter, because now he carried more than gold. He carried a lesson, a truth he would never forget. Even in the darkest hearts, a spark of honor may still survive. And sometimes, the true measure of a person is not the life they live, but the promise they refuse to break.